Well, folks, do you smell that? It's not the aroma of a failed marriage, it's the unmistakable smell of Kody Brown's collapsing empire. Kody and Robyn's marriage, it's falling apart quicker than a sandcastle in a hurricane. And you know what? Kody, he's going down the drain. But what really is happening behind closed doors? Pause for emphasis, suggesting the tension. Stay tuned because we're going to reveal some home truths that Sister Wives has kept hidden for decades. And trust me, it's ugly. Before we start, ensure you give that like button a click and subscribe because you won't want to miss the mayhem coming up. Remember when Kody was the so-called hopeless romantic, balancing his wives and playing the perfect polygamist on television? Well, advance to today, and poof, that picture-perfect existence is over. Kody's world is crumbling, and he's no longer the man he used to be. Take a look at Robyn, the last woman standing. Or is she? Is Kody truly still the man that she fell in love with? Or is she clinging for dear life in a sinking ship? Let's begin with the fundamentals. For years, we've been sold this notion that Kody and Robyn's relationship is invincible, a love story that's meant to last an eternity. Their relationship was presented to us as the ultimate fairy tale, one in which Kody, the polygamist father of 4, had at last found his soulmate in Robyn. They were together, going to redefine the rules of romance and family life. But now, as time wears on, we have to question ourselves, what if it was all a veneer? What if it was all merely an expertly crafted illusion that is now beginning to fracture? When we initially met them, Kody and Robyn had it all together. He was the charming patriarch of his family, and Robyn was the sweet, dutiful wife who stood by his side, keeping everything from falling apart. We witnessed them cuddling, constructing their lives together with visions of plural marriage. They looked like the ultimate team, partners in love, partners in life. But things have drastically changed recently. Let's be real. When you've seen this family for more than a decade, you begin to see the little cracks. Kody and Robyn, the epitome of coupledom, have been the first to develop fissures in their so-called perfect relationship. Reality? Anything but. Recently, Kody said something that stunned fans. He and Robyn are no longer willovers. Yes, you heard correctly. No more romance. No more candlelight dinners. No more kissing. No more intimacy. This wasn't a little mistake or a throwaway line. Kody himself confessed it on TV. And now the cat is out of the bag. Rather than sharing a passionate relationship, Kody and Robyn are now battle partners. Sounds like a war zone to you? Because that's what this feels like. The man who boasted that he was surrounded by wives, the man who boasted about the virtues of polygamy, is now trapped in a one-woman show. And guess what? It's not working as he had assumed. It's crumbling, bit by bit. For years, Kody had been the face of polygamy, professed the virtues of numerous wives and a large family. He wasn't even the husband, he was the king of the polygamy kingdom. But now, he's confronted with the harsh reality of a monogamous relationship that's not panning out. Robyn, once the solution to all his fantasies, is now only another reminder of how much he lost. The shift is undeniable. Kody and Robyn's relationship has gone from deep emotional connection to what we're now seeing, a partnership marked by tension and unspoken frustration. Instead of nurturing their bond, they've become company-existing companions, each trying to hold on to something that isn't there anymore. This shift in their dynamic is not just a simple misunderstanding. It's a major sign of things to come. They've gone from lovers to battle buddies, and that's the biggest red flag we've seen so far. But what went wrong? How did this relationship, which was so full of promise, come to this? Is it just the timing? Did the stress of the show, the family crisis, and the changing dynamics finally get to them? Or is this just the natural culmination of a relationship that was founded on uncertain ground from the beginning? Kody's entire life, really, has been a matter of maintaining control. He's accustomed to being in charge, the center of attention, and able to manipulate people like pawns on his life board. But with Robyn, all of that has changed. He no longer has the security of his other wives to rely on. When the going gets rough, there's no one else to go to. It's him and Robyn, and the cracks are beginning to appear. And now we must wonder, is it possible that Kody's pursuit of perfection, that compulsive desire to control everything and not your show the world the perfect family is the thing that's driving him to ruin. He's constructed this persona of himself as the ideal polygamist, the husband who can manage multiple wives and please them all. But what if that's exactly what's running his relationships into the ground? What if being everything to everybody is why he's not succeeding at being what Robyn needs him to be? Tagger, the pressure is building, and Kody is spinning out of control. He's trapped in this character he's built for himself, attempting to uphold a facade that's disintegrating, and the more that he attempts to peddle us this image of the perfect marriage, the more we notice the cracks spread. So, what happens now? Is it too late for Kody and Robyn to fix their relationship? Or are we past the point of no return? Will Kody ever come to realize that his visions of a polygamous utopia were just that, visions? Or will he just keep trying to cling to something that's already gone? Could it be that Kody's quest for perfection is the very thing that's leading him to destruction? Stick around, because we'll be diving into that in just a minute. The answers might surprise you. Let's be real. Kody Brown has been struggling with a major identity crisis for a while now. The man who once had multiple wives vying for his attention, each trying to earn his affection and approval, now has one wife, and guess what? He's not handling it well at all. Cue suspenseful music. Remember back when Kody would sit down with the camera, all confident and assured, discussing how great his life was with multiple wives, how he could handle them all, one special, one needing something different? But look at us now. The family once synonymous with polygamy is now only one wife strong. Kody is left with Robyn, the only woman still in his life, after the others have departed. And let's be honest, this new reality, it's not going the way Kody envisioned it. For years, he boasted of keeping a harem of wives, each filling a role in this well-oiled, polygamous machine. He was the hub of it all, the one that everyone centered around. But now, he's got nothing but Robyn, just one wife, one relationship. And let me tell you, this man is having a hard time. Why? Why is he so struggling? The reality is that Kody's been trained for years to not think that the whole world was supposed to revolve around him. His ego, his requirements, his needs, they were the priority in this family. And every wife, every partner was supposed to submit to him, and they did. Mostly, he was the king, and they were his queens, all vying for his attention. But now everything's different. Now, Kody's living a reality where his world isn't spinning the way he thought it would. He's relegated to one wife, one partner, one relationship. No more rotating wives, no more juggling different emotional needs. No, just Robyn. And guess what? She's beginning to pose some tough questions. No plural marriage, no multiple partners. Just them. Could it be that Kody's identity is crumbling because he's not the man he once was? The man who could get everything he wanted by simply being the center of a big family, surrounded by women who catered to him. What happens when that world starts to shrink? Like, what happens when his identity as a polygamist patriarch is no longer relevant? We're starting to see the cracks in his once perfect image, and they're only getting bigger. Stop for dramatic effect, and it's not only Kody that's feeling the pressure. Robyn also is starting to wonder where she stands in this entire equation. For years, Robyn was living in this family dynamic where she'd have to share Kody's time and affection with other wives. It wasn't ideal, but it was what she knew. It was her normal. But now, she's living a monogamous life, and it's nothing like she anticipated. Robyn entered this marriage on the terms of plural marriage, with all its pros and cons. She was ready to share Kody, ready to share her life with other women. But now that the other wives have left, Robyn finds herself alone in a marriage that looks nothing at all like what she had planned. No plural marriage, no sister wives, just her and Kody trying to make it work, and it's not working. Let's discuss this for a moment. Kody was a man who lived to receive attention, to be the focus of his wives' worlds. He enjoyed being the one to whom they all would run for approval, love, and validation. He was the man. He was the one in control. But now, with no other wives to act as shock absorbers for the pressure, Kody's real self is beginning to emerge. And guess what? It ain't pretty. Monogamy has taken away that constant validation he was so accustomed to, and now he's stuck with Robyn. And Robyn, she's beginning to realize things differently. She's wondering if the life she agreed to is even worth it anymore. Remember, Robyn's entire reason for marrying Kody was based on the concept of plural marriage. She wanted the whole polygamous life. She believed in the concept that Kody could love and support multiple wives simultaneously. But now all they have is one wife, one relationship, and a lot of unresolved questions. So, is this actually what Robyn desires? Is this the life she envisioned for herself? She may have believed she'd be the one to get Kody all alone at last, but it appears that may not be her dream. The reality of monogamy. Kody's monogamy may be more than she ever imagined. Cue the music swelling, creating tension, and Kody? He's not handling it well. He's the same guy who spent years getting the world to believe polygamy was the lifestyle, the only way to really be in love and connected. But now that he's confronted with one relationship, one that doesn't involve the multiple ladies stroking his ego, he's having trouble keeping the control and validation he's always craved. Is this the biggest test of Kody Brown's career? Is this the moment that his well-practiced persona of the perfect polygamist is going to break? Is he ready to confront the fact that the polygamist utopia he peddled to the world may not work for him anymore? Stay tuned, because this is only the tip of the iceberg. We're going deeper into Kody's downward spiral and the real scoop about what's happening behind closed doors. You won't want to miss this. Let's discuss Robyn for a moment. For years, she's been the dutiful wife, the one who had the best relationship with Kody. But let's not forget that she came into this family for a reason. She married Kody on the promise of plural marriage, a way of life that, for her, was guided by love and religion. She did not sign up for this. She did not sign up for a life where Kody was the sole man she could call hers. No, she desired sister wives. She desired to live with other women, creating a polygamous family centered around Kody. But now, what is she left with? Robyn is trapped in a marriage that resembles nothing of the life she had envisioned. When she entered this relationship, she thought that plural marriage would be her life. She envisioned herself not only as Kody's wife, but as one among many. She imagined a community of sister wives who would support her in the special challenges of sharing a husband. But now, she's left with a marriage that resembles a shadow of what she entered into. There are no sister wives, no plural marriage, no community. Consider it for a moment. Robyn dedicated years defending this way of life, thinking that plural marriage was not only her destiny, but also her religious obligation. She's been vocal about wanting to live her faith, the one that instructed her that this was the course she needed to take. She didn't want it to turn out this way, with Kody as her only husband, as her one and only husband, the very thing that made her feel safe, loved, and confirmed. The support of her sister wives is gone, and she stands alone with Kody in a monogamous relationship that she never really wanted. So, what do you do when the dream doesn't become reality? What do you do when all of the things you thought, hey, we're going to make your life perfect, begin to fall apart? Robyn's ideal life with Kody, the one she thought would be full of love, family, and a sense of belonging, is fast becoming a jail. The walls are closing in, and she doesn't know which direction to turn. And it's not only that she misses the companionship of her sister wives, it's more than that. It's that she feels like the whole world around her has changed, and she's been left behind in a part of her life she doesn't connect to anymore. There is a crushing weight of knowing over her, the knowledge that her vision of a plural marriage with Kody may never be a reality, and that's hard to swallow. Robyn is no stranger to difficult emotions. She's been through her own share of challenges in this family. But now, for the first time, we're seeing her in a position where the life she imagined has evaporated. She's stuck in a situation where her beliefs about family, her religious teachings, and the expectations she had from her marriage are all being challenged. She's left with a deep, unanswered question. Is this really the life she wanted? Can she continue to live in a marriage where she feels isolated, where she is left with just Kody and no other wives to lean on? Let's take a minute And actually think about this. For years, Robyn stood up for Kody's decisions and supported his vision for his family. But now, she's the only woman standing. The other wives of Kody have packed up and left, one by one, and now it's her and Kody struggling to figure out this new reality. But this reality isn't what Robyn had envisioned. It's not what she dreamed of. There is a part of her that may be wondering if she should have remained in this family altogether. Could she have dreamed up a different future for herself? One where she didn't end up as the sole wife? Was this the dream she signed up for? Or is she just making the best of a very bad situation? Robyn's regret is genuine, and it's only increasing with each passing day. She's wedded to a relationship that no longer aligns with her vision. And what's even harder to bear is the reality that she's stuck with someone who, let's be honest, has no clue how to make it happen. Kody, the man who bragged about himself as a polygamist patriarch, is now struggling to keep it all together. He doesn't have the support of his other wives, and he's too entrenched in his ways to fully commit to making his relationship with Robyn succeed. He's spiraling, and Robyn is the one left holding the shards of a shattered dream. Her once perfect marriage is now tense with anxiety, doubt, and uncertainty. And though she's not one to quit easily, the fissures in their relationship are becoming impossible to ignore. The same man who once professed to love plural marriage, who advocated for his lifestyle on every conceivable platform, is now confronted with a world where that lifestyle no longer exists. And Robyn, she's caught in the middle, trying to find her place in this new world. She's doubting everything she once knew, and the longer she remains, the more difficult it is to deny the agony of that reality. Does this mean the end of Robyn's dream? And Kody? What's left for him now? We'll answer that in just a moment. Stick around, because the next part of this story is going to shock you. Here's the kicker. Kody's latest words about their union were nothing short of a game changer. For the very first time on television, Kody confessed something no one was anticipating. He and Robyn are battle buddies instead of lovers. Battle buddies? This is not a slip of the tongue or an offhand comment. This is the reality of their relationship these days. And people, it's not a little problem. It's a reality that's going down the drain fast. And Kody himself just dropped the truth for everyone to see. Let's break this down for a minute. Kody Brown is a man who, for years, has been known for his charm, his control, and yes, his physical presence in every relationship. We've watched him interact with each of his wives, each one in turn, always form of affection. Whether it was hugs, kisses, or more intimate moments, Kody was always physically present in his relationships. But now, Kody is admitting that there's no romance left in his marriage to Robyn. And that, my friends, is huge. Let's not sugarcoat this. Kody is a man who thrives on physical affection. He's made it crystal clear over the years that physical touch is his love language. We've seen it in past seasons when he's praised the power of physical intimacy in his relationship. Whether it was him giving a massage or being tactile with his wives, Kody has always found comfort in touch. It's what kept his marriages, plural or not, alive. He needs that closeness to feel connected. So, imagine the shock when he openly admits that he and Robyn have become battle buddies instead of lovers. Cue a brief pause. Battle buddies? What is that even? Well, it's just what it sounds like. Instead of a relationship based on love, affection, and emotional closeness, Kody and Robyn have made their relationship more of a company-dependent setup. They're no longer lovers. They're now two individuals who are in an ongoing battle, arguing, not with each other, but to find some form of harmony. They're no longer two people fostering their relationship. Now, they're merely attempting to survive together. But why is this so important? Kody was always the guy who was accustomed to the devotion of several wives. He could count on each of them for various things in the way of support, affection, and physical intimacy. And when times were hard, well, there was always someone there to lean on. But now, with the breakups of his plural marriages, he's left with Robyn, the sole wife that remains. He can't afford to rotate through them anymore. And now, what does he have? A battle buddy. Consider this for a moment. Kody was the one who controlled his emotional needs. He was the hub of a polygamous system where his love was multiplied and shared. and every wife knew her place. But now, he's struggling to make it work in a monogamous marriage, and it's not turning out the way he anticipated. Without any other wives to buffer the emotional hits, Kody's left with the uncomfortable reality that he doesn't have someone else to rely on. There's no one else to oil the friction when things get tough, and it's beginning to show. Here's the thing, physical intimacy was Kody's lifeline. It's what made him feel loved, needed, and affirmed. So, when he tells us there's no more romance, he's not merely describing a deficiency of physical intimacy, he's describing not the dismantling of the very basis of his relationship with Robyn. The one thing that held him over for so long is fading away, and he doesn't know how to prevent it. And Sitch and Robyn, what about her? She's been outspoken about the challenges she's facing, but Kody's admission uncovers a deeper problem. They're not simply in a slump, they've lost their bearing. The vision of a perfect life, together with love and concord, has degenerated into conflict, and now they're trapped in an endless tug of war over stability, and neither of them knows how to escape from it. So what does that leave for their future? Is this not the end of romance for Kody and Robyn after all? If physical affection is Kody's love language and it no longer exists, then what's next? Is their relationship stuck forever in this battle buddy stage? And if so, can they ever be happy again? The fact that Kody himself confessed this is a huge leap. He's used to dictating the narrative, to dictating the perception of his family and his relationships. But here he's brutally honest. He's airing the cracks in his marriage, the cracks that have been building up for a while, but were never ever accepted. And now that the truth is finally out, there's no turning back. Will they attempt to save what's left? Or will they both come to realize that the individual they once loved so deeply is gone? The tension is thick, and I don't know about you, but I'm eager to see how this plays out. Is this the end of the relationship between Kody and Robyn? Can they ever get past the loss of their relationship? Tune in because the jaw-dropping reality about their future is coming soon, and you won't believe it. Let's skip ahead to the future. While looking forward, it's certain that the cracks in Robyn and Kody's marriage are only widening, and with every day, the foundation, which seemed so strong, is disintegrating even more. The marriage that was once the pinnacle of polygamous love is currently teetering on. A thread, and neither of them can figure out how to repair it. Kody, the man who once had control over every part of his family, now has no one to turn to. He spent decades creating this life, this persona of himself as the ideal patriarch, the man who could do many relationships with aplomb. But now that the wives have exited one by one, leaving behind only Robyn, he's lost control. And worse yet, he's lost the support system that anchored him. Now he's left with one wife, and it's not what he anticipated. It's not what he bargained for. Kody doesn't know how to be a husband in this new world. He's accustomed to having a buffer, a cushion of wives who could absorb some of the stress. But now, it's just Robyn. The woman who was supposed to be his partner in a plural marriage is now the sole woman left to hold everything together, and Kody is struggling with that. On the other hand, Robyn is beginning to recognize the imperfections in the life she once dreamed up. When she joined this family, she believed in the plural marriage dream. She believed in sister wives and sharing her man with other women. But that's all gone now. She's left with a husband who can't fill her emotional spaces in the manner she'd hoped. She's left with a relationship that isn't the fairy tale she'd anticipated. No plural marriage, no sister wives, just Kody and her. And she's beginning to realize that might not be enough. Pause for dramatic effect. The tension between Kody and Robyn is palpable. We've seen their relationship transform from one of love and excitement into one of frustration and doubt. Robyn, once so loyal to Kody and his vision for their family, is now questioning whether this is the life she truly wants. And Kody, he's starting to see that maybe he can't have it all his way anymore. The multiple wives, the adoration, the control, it's all slipping away, and Kody is left to confront the reality that his perfect polygamist world is no more. So where are they now? Is it over? Is Kody and Robyn going for a divorce? Is Sister Wives about to start a season where they finally split up? Or will they just keep dragging one another down, remaining in a relationship that is obviously breaking up simply because they are not willing to accept the reality? It's a difficult place. Kody is a control man. He's always needed control. He's used to being on top, used to being the one with all the authority in his relationships. But now, with Robyn as his sole wife, he's finding that control evaporating. He's not the man he was. The concept of plural marriage, the life he used to live, is lost. And with it, so is the power that went along with it. Robyn, however, is questioning it all. Her dream life, her plural marriage dream, is falling apart before her eyes. She's left with a husband who's not the man she once believed him to be. She's trapped in a marriage where her emotional needs are not being met and the intimacy she once had with Kody is going away. She doesn't know if she can keep living this way, trapped in a marriage that now resembles a battle zone rather than a romantic relationship. Fact is, we have no idea where they're headed. Kody and Robyn's marriage is on thin ice, and each passing day, it appears to drive them further apart. But this much is certain. We're in for some major fireworks down the road. The multi-year drama is about to explode, and we'll be here to witness every agonizing moment of it. Y'all you know. So what happens to them next? Do they call it quits? Or do they continue trying to piece things together? Although there are clearly cracks in their union, the indicators are all pointing towards a breaking point. And as much as we would like to wish them a happy ending, the truth is that it is difficult to envision this marriage lasting much longer. One thing's for sure, we're in for some explosive moments ahead. Kody and Robyn's future is anything but certain, but who will crack first? Will Robyn be the one to walk away? Or will Kody finally admit that he can't keep this family or his marriage together? Stick around, because the next chapter in this drama is going to be one for the books. Before I sign off, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Kody and Robyn's marriage is truly over? Or do they still have a shot at making it work? And, as always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more news on this family's failing empire. And don't forget to subscribe to my other videos and also check out my second channel. I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned because things are only going to get juicier, you know?